Do you think that swearing off the pitch by the fans is acceptable, swearing at managers, referees?
Abso-fucking-lutely entirely.
At the end of the day, if you pay 60 grand a week and I think you're a knobhead, I'm going to tell you you're a knobhead. If I was paid 60 grand a week, I'd say an extra half hour to be called a knobhead at the end of the game.
OK, so there's the fans' views, but what about our guest tonight, Gab Marcotti? Is swearing acceptable in the stands and at the grounds?
I don't particularly have a problem.
Don't have a major problem with it. Steve Claridge, do you think it's acceptable?
I don't think it's acceptable when you've got someone sat next to you who's effing and blind. And I'm sure if Gab, you know, he took his family or his kids and he's got a gentleman next to him.
But he just swear in Latin, you know what he's like.
Well, whatever.
But,
I don't think
Steve,
he would sit comfortably with Gab. Hey, when we're in a football arena, we all swear, and it's a way of getting your point across very quickly. It's difficult. It's a double standard for me, probably, to ask people not to swear in the stands. But it's who you're surrounded by and what the environment is in, I think, that makes it acceptable.
But there's a big difference, though. If you're the guy on the pitch, and the reason there is a double standard, might be unfair, is you've got 40, 50,000 people looking at Claridge. If Claridge makes a gesture or says something, it could potentially incite a riot. Whereas if you've got, you know, 500 Muppets...
He's made a career out of that, to be fair.
Right, but if you've got 500 people in the stands, though, you know, talking about the fact that Claridge lives in a house on wheels or whatever else, that's not going to start...
Is that what they said, or is that what you're saying now?
That is my problem, that if I make a gesture, it starts a riot.
It is your problem. It's the reason why
No, it's not. It's an excuse. This is the difference. You go to a rugby game, and they go and they're starting to punch the life out of each other, right, which never happens on a football field. There's never any problems in the stands, OK? You go to a football game, if people want to use that as an excuse to start a riot, that's fine. But that is not down to me and me making some sort of gesture to someone that starts a riot. That's an excuse to do that.